Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello friends, welcome to Entry. I, Deepani Bhardwaj, welcomes you all again, and today we are going to discuss about the difference between LIC AAO and ADO. It's a thing that is being confused by everyone. Many of the students are confused at what is AAO and what is ADO. So I'll tell you exactly what is the basic difference between them. Apart from that, we'll also discuss what is the age criteria for these different exams. Apart from that, we'll also discuss the difference between their salaries part. Fine. So let's start with our topic. First of all, if we talk about LIC AAO versus LIC ADO, then we must be aware that for these posts we have to clear the examination of LIC, that is Life Insurance Corporation of India, and we know that it is the most profitable institution in the insurance sector and the only governmental organization that is dealing with the insurance part is LIC. We are already aware of that. No doubt, there are other companies as well. For example, if we talk about the HDFC Life, we talk about the Bajaj Insurance, then there are different private life insurance companies. But among us, those only company that is of the government sector is LIC. Fine. So every year, LIC releases notification for the recruitment of candidates to the post of AAO and ADO. That is, AAO stands for Assistant Administrative Officer and ADO stands for Apprentice Development Officer. These two posts are highly preferred due to their job profile, their work environment, salary and other perks. So what are those salaries and salary part and perks that we are discussing about? So we'll be discussing on that also, but prior to this, let's understand about the eligibility criteria, in which first of all we'll be discussing about the age criteria. So for applying for the post of AAO, that is Assistant Administrative Officer, your age must be minimum of 20 years and maximum of 30 years. So if you are lying between the age of 20 to 30 years, you are eligible for AAO, that is Assistant Administrative Officer. If we talk about ADO, that is Apprentice Development Officer, then your minimum age must be 21 and maximum age can be 30. Fine. So the only difference between both of them is the minimum age criteria, that is here it is 20 years for AAO and for 21 years for the ADO part. But if we talk about the job profile, what kind of work are you going to do there? So first of all, let's discuss about AAO. So for the Assistant Administrative Officer, what work you will be doing? So AOs are assigned to the administrative works of the company. So you will be dealing admin part. They have to communicate with the clients and on a regular basis about the new policies and the benefit of the company provided. They are also expected to formulate new policies and strengthen the existing ones for an errorless transaction. They also have to resolve the claim related issues. So these claim related issues, fine. Other than that, regular checks about the new policies and the benefits, those all things will be dealt by AAO. But if we talk about ADO, then what ADO are doing? Apprentice Development Officers are responsible for the marketing and sales of the company. Fine. So they'll be dealing with the marketing and sales of the company. They have a lot of field job in comparison with AAO. So this is the basic difference. The important difference is that here is we will be dealing with the field job. So they are assigned to recruit the LIC policy agents for selling the policies. As you must have listened about the HDFC Life or Bajaj or Bharti AXA, if they are dealing with the agency channel, what they do, they just recruit the financial consultants or agents who are helping the company while selling their policies. Fine. So they are also responsible to give training and monitor the performance of each LIC agents under their supervision. Fine. Apart from that, they will also assign the sales targets to the LIC agents and take out the work from them. Fine. So this is basically difference between two. If we see here, it is quite office like job where you will be sitting in the office all the time. Here you will be recruiting the agents, you will be giving the trainings to them. Apart from that, you will be giving the sales targets to the agents. Fine. So these are the basic differences between the job profiles of them. Now if we talk about the career growth, then for the AAO, that is Assistant Administrative Officer, here this is the hierarchy where above AAO is AO, that is Administrative Officer. Above him is ABM, that is Assistant Branch Manager. Above ABM there is a branch manager. Above branch manager there will be a senior branch manager. Above senior branch manager there is ADM, that is Assistant Divisional Manager. Above him is the divisional manager. Then comes the senior divisional manager, and finally comes the regional manager. In the similar way, here as well, for example, you are being recruited at the ADO's position, then your senior officer will be development officer, that is DO. Above DO there will be ABM, that is assistant branch manager, then branch manager, then senior branch manager, followed by assistant divisional manager, then divisional manager, then comes senior divisional manager, and finally comes the RM, that is regional manager. So this is all about the career growth. Now if we talk about the salary part, because this is the most important thing, everyone is just preparing because he wants the handsome salary, he wants the job security, and main purpose for clearing the examination is to just earn better and best, isn't it? So the basic pay here will be rupees 32,795, and then comes your increment, where increment will be 14 times increment will be there with rupees 1610, and with all the increments finally your basic pay will be 62,315. Then apart from this basic pay, see, you already know basic pay is the basic pay. Apart from that there are different allowances as well, so you will be getting different allowances also. Apart from that you are going to get HRA, that is house rent allowance, where it is fixed 9% for the metro, 8 to 7% for the urban, and 7 to 6% for the small city. Then comes your DNS allowance, that is DA. Here you will be getting 40% of the basic pay. Apart from that you will also be getting the CCA, that is city compensatory allowance, which is 4%, 3% or even 0%, which depends upon the location. In the similar way, if we talk about the ADO, then your basic pay will be 21,865 with different increments. As you can see that two increments will be there with rupees 1,340. Then there will be different increments, and finally you can see that your basic salary will be much higher in comparison to the previous one. Apart from this you will be getting allowances. Then again there is HRA. In the similar way it was for AO, that is HRA is 9% for the metro, 8 to 7% for the urban, and 7 to 6% for the small city. Then comes your DA part. You will be getting 40% of your basic pay. And finally you will be getting your CCA, that is city compensatory allowance, which totally depends upon your location where you are posted. And here your CCA will be 4%, 3% and 0%, totally depends upon your location. Fine. So this was all about salary and its allowances. But there's a doubt which always comes in our mind, that for different posts what all eligibility criteria is needed. So if we talk about the educational qualification, then for AAO generalist, what they want, they just want a bachelor's degree from any of the government recognized university. Now if we talk about AAO, where you are going for the post of chartered accountant. So for the chartered accountant you must have a bachelor's degree from a recognized Indian university, and candidate should have passed final examination of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and completion of articles as presented by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. The candidate should be associate member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Candidates should provide their membership number, and same will be verified with Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Now we want to join as a from the IT department, then for the AAO IT you must have your degree in computer science, IT or electronics. Fine. Apart from that you can have a degree from your MCA department or MSc from the computer science from a recognized university. Fine. Now if we talk about the AAO actual post, here you must have your bachelor's degree in any of the discipline from a recognized Indian institution. Fine. Now, if we talk about AAO Rajbhasha, then for this you must have the postgraduate master's degree in Hindi or Hindi translation with English as one of the subjects at your bachelor's degree level. Or there's the option, or you must hold your master's degree in English with Hindi as one of the subjects at your bachelor's degree level. So these all were for the post of AAO. But what about ADO? So for ADO, that is Apprentice Development Officer, you must have a bachelor's degree of any of the Indian university which is approved by the government. Fine. For the Fellowship of Insurance Institute of India, Mumbai. So these were the educational qualification. We have already discussed its salary part, and the most important thing, we have already discussed about the difference between both the job profiles. In case you have any doubt, comment section is available for you. So please do like this video, comment on it, share it as much as possible, and yes, do not forget to subscribe our channel. So thanking you for watching this video. Thanks a lot.